Ready with me to travel to London for a study abroad for just spring break. Basically, through the nursing program, we can study international health policy in London for just spring break, and I was looking for more credits and I found out about this opportunity and I applied. Originally got waitlisted and then got accepted. So let's put together an outfit for the airport. So I'm definitely the type of person that gets very hot in airplanes. I get car sick if I get hot in a car, and I don't want it to happen in the air, especially over the ocean. I think the key to a good airport travel fit is layers. I'm gonna start with this basic white tank top from Zara. And I'm actually gonna pair it with these pants. They're really breathable and comfortable, but I don't want my legs to touch the airplane seats. So now that the base of the outfit is done, I'm gonna add a couple more layers just to kind of warm it up. So the first thing I'm gonna add is this little quarter zip sweater jumper. Since we're going to London. The reason I like this is because I can wear it over top if I get cold, or I can just have it kind of on as an accessory just for when I'm walking through the airport when I don't really want sweater. I don't want to be hot, I don't want to be sweaty, but it does add a little style. Lastly, the kicker is the outfit we wear to the airport we are actually wearing for our first day in London, because our flight is essentially overnight. It lands at 6:45 a.m. in London. We are staying up all day to kind of just acclimate and see the city for the first time. But that does mean that you don't want to wear PJs to the airport, because then you're wearing PJs in London. So the last thing I'm bringing is this trench coat that I got from Old Navy. As we're walking through London, I'm actually not freezing, I'm a little bit more stylish, and I can just have a good day. Okay, so we have arrived at Cleveland Airport. We made it through security, we made it through baggage, checking the bag. Luckily it wasn't overweight. I was really afraid it was kind of close. Anyways, now I am just doing some work in the airport. Our flight's actually delayed. I think it's like 50 minutes. So I'm just working on some farm, because even though it's spring break, we're still in nursing school and we still have to study. Get ready with me to travel to London with Kent State Nursing. My name is Mary Catherine Meeks, and I am a sophomore here at Kent State, and I'm in my second semester in the nursing program. I am so excited to be going to London with Kent State and that they let me do this Instagram takeover. Just so excited. I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, and the reason I wanted to come to Kent was to experience different cultures and just get out of my comfort zone and kind of see the world. I think when you're young and before you're really tied down with a job, with potentially a family, I think it's really important to take advantage of the time you have to go and see. That was a big driving factor for me coming to Kent from so far away. When I found out in my nursing seminar class that there was a study abroad that was just 1 week to London, I was like, I have to do this. I talked with my advisor, Melissa Finn. She's awesome. She basically told me it's normally a seniority thing, so you probably won't get it, but you should definitely apply. Well, I applied, I was waitlisted, and then I was offered an opportunity, and I said, yes, I am so excited. Big thing we get to study in London is international health policy and kind of compare it to United States health policy. It's very different. The system works over there, so we kind of learn about it over there, how it works, and then we learn about I'm in my second semester of nursing school, which means this is my first semester having a clinical. So I've gotten patient experience for the first time that I've never really had before. I didn't work in healthcare coming to nursing school. I was never a patient tech or anything like that. I was a lifeguard. I was like, okay, well, I know like CPR and I know some life support skills. It is very different once you're actually in a clinical setting. It has been, I think, my favorite part about this semester. Always very excited to go. My instructor is awesome. Her name's Caitlin. Clinical kind of wasn't what I expected. I wanted to be with my friends at a hospital relatively close to Kent. I was the only one out of all my friends who didn't get in the clinical, so I quickly signed up for Portage 10 minutes down the road. And I got an email a couple weeks later saying the entire group that was at Portage was moved to UH Maine. It's about an hour drive. It ended up being the best thing that could have happened. Friends I've made through clinical are so kind. Everyone's just really in there together, trying to learn and trying to become nurses. I'm thankful for this experience, and I'm also really thankful for what I've gotten to do in clinical, because I think hands-on learning is something that I didn't realize I valued so much until I was in the position in clinical. As far as my plans for after school go when it comes to nursing, I'm kind of unsure. I originally went into school thinking that I wanted to be a CRNA. I'm still on that track. I still think I would really enjoy it. I'm so open to just experiencing other specialties and like seeing what it's like. I'm kind of just open to kind of see what happens. A couple random facts about me outside of nursing. I played softball in high school, absolutely loved it. Now I play a lot of golf. I was in a junior league when I was way young, like not high school level, but like below that, where I got kind of my basis for golf. So I feel like, while I'm not great at it, I retained the basics and I can play. Also, am a big book nerd. I love to read. I have brought 3 books on this trip. As for flying, I'm not going to be reading them like when I could be experiencing the city, but the book I'm reading right now is kind of like a murder trial book, but there are a bunch of other elements that have been added in since I began it. I also brought The Hobbit because I've never read it. I, for some reason, associate it with London, and I kind of thought it would be like a good book to maybe end the trip with. Anyways, that's it from me. I'm so excited. Let's go to London. Okay, we landed in London. It's currently 9:30, so I think it's about 4:30 a.m. Kent time, but we're on our tour. We're feet down for the first time. We're actually at Buckingham Palace. It's behind me in all of its glory. And then our tour guide Vivian said that this is the Victoria Monument, and cool things you can see in the background over there. And so we're just taking it all in, taking pictures, and it's really good. We're off to a really good start. Okay, so we just had our first in-class session, kind of, with the study abroad group. It was really great because we got to start a lot of conversations kind of around social determinants of health and how it compares in London and the US. And we just kind of opened up that discussion. We didn't really go in depth yet because we haven't had any speakers or anything to kind of explain a lot of the London. So we just did a very basic overview. And now we're released to go and explore the city. So I think we're going to hit up some parks and stuff. And we also have a cruise dinner planned, me and 2 other girls on the trip. So I'll definitely be showing that. And right now we're at this cafe called Creme. Is it Crepe and Coffee?
Yeah,
I think it's Crepe and Coffee. And me and Sammy are splitting a baguette with turkey pastrami and cheese. It's really good. And I also got a black Americano. So we are currently in the tube system, which is the underground train system in London. It's similar to the New York subway in that it takes you from one station to another throughout the city. It has a couple different zones. Our Oyster cards cover us through zones 1 and 2, which is most of everything I think we would need to see. We're headed to the Diana Memorial Fountain, and so we're gonna try our luck at taking the tube and see if we can get there without mistake. So we'll see. Okay, we were successfully able to use the tube and we got off on the stop that we wanted to get off on, so that's really encouraging. It honestly wasn't as complicated as it had been made to seem to us. We luckily had an app that kind of just laid everything out. It was really easy to use, so we just knew count 3 stops and then the next one get off. Okay, I just wanted to take a second to talk about London's green spaces because they actually have a lot of parks that they're really famous for. Hyde Park is one. We're currently in Kensington Park, and we just did a walk along the Thames River, and the walk was basically, you could go 7 miles long. And so that kind of gives you an idea, like if this one walk on this one part of this park was 7 miles, the actual park is huge. And these parks are so massive. We've been in this one for probably about an hour, maybe more, just enjoying it, and everyone else is out here taking advantage of it too. If I just show, there are people sitting, there are people exercising, skating by the water, just everywhere you could be, space is filled. So many people are out and active, and I think London's really lucky to have these massive green spaces. They actually used to be parts of the Royal Hunting Grounds, which is why they're so huge, but they preserve them for the public to use, which I think is really cool and allows for a really good sense of community. Okay, Okay, we have just arrived in the central point of London, in central London. It's called Trafalgar Square. It's basically, as it sounds, as central as you can get. There's a really tall statue right behind me, as long as one right here with a horse. And there's a really big fountain back there. And if you look right down this road, you can actually see Big Ben. And basically, this is just a really cool spot. A lot of people are hanging out here. You can probably hear in the background there's live music going on. And this is apparently a really popular spot for New Year's Eve. This is where everyone comes to celebrate. And at midnight, you know, they just celebrate here. I don't know. But that's where we are right now. It's really cool. Okay, we're now here in Covent Gardens, which is basically an area that just has a lot of different shops around. The streets kind of surrounding it also have a lot of shops. There's American shops and like shops specific to the UK. But this part is just inside. As you can see, the roof is really gorgeous in here. And again, there's live music, there's street performers. It's just a really cool area. There's a lot of people out here shopping. We can actually look at some of the stuff for sale over here. This is kind of like a little artsy district, but yeah. Okay, this is so exciting. We are actually, me, Sammy, and Maeve, we have booked a dinner cruise. It's a 3-hour cruise on the Thames River, and it kind of shows off a lot of the highlights of London. We've already seen them. It's like Big Ben, the Eye, but they're lit up at night. And we also get dinner on the cruise, and so that's what we're heading to now. And I'm just gonna kind of take y'all through what it looks like. It was recommended to us by 2 other girls in the group, and they're actually coming as well. So we're gonna try and see if we can meet up with them and potentially sit with them on the cruise. And yeah, so I'm just gonna show you what this whole experience looks like. Okay, so this is a little insight to how our cruise went. That was unfortunately the only video of any sights I got because my phone died. But we got to go up on the roof and see everything. So there was the menu, and then this was our first course. It was a lox salad and a roll, which I feel like the roll's hard to mess up. And the salad, I really enjoyed. If you don't like salmon or lox, you obviously won't really like that salad, but it was pretty good. And then this is just a little view of what it looked like from the inside looking out. So when we were going out, you could see all of the sights, the bridges, the Eye, just everything you could think. But then there's an even better view upstairs if you went on top of the boat. And then this was just a guy. He was singing live music the whole time. He was so good and so talented. This is our second course. It was this tomato soup. It was more on the acidic side. It wasn't super creamy or anything, but I really enjoyed it. It was very similar to like marinara, but soup form. And then we had this chicken and veggies and potatoes. The veggies were so good, and the chicken was cooked perfectly. It wasn't dry at all. It was the perfect amount of cooked, I guess. And there was like a gravy sauce around everything. And then to finish it all up, they had this tiramisu, and tiramisu happens to be like one of my favorite desserts of all time, so I was so excited. Everyone at our table finished all of theirs, which was amazing. And so we ate this, and then we got to go upstairs for the cruise back. So it was kind of like an out and back cruise, and we got to see the Tower Bridge and everything. Here in this donut shop called Donut Lier, and we got 2 donuts. This one is like a caramel toffee nut donut, and this one's wild berry, so I'm just gonna try them. I think for this one, you take this and you like, it's interesting. Oh my god, it's really good.
Alright, this is the pink royal. Oh, that's really good.
Here comes the sun, I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter.
This is everything I ate at Borough Market on my trip to London. My friends and I went for breakfast and we got these juices to start off. I had a blood orange juice, one of my friends had a carrot apple ginger, and my other friend had a mango orange juice. They were so yummy. And then we went ahead and we got these pastries for breakfast. They were pain au chocolates. Mine had pistachios, Sam's did not. And then after breakfast, we headed over to our little study abroad tour that we had scheduled for the morning. And I'd gotten this coffee. It was an oat milk cappuccino. It was really good, but I wasn't able to bring it in the tour, so I didn't finish it. And then after our tour, we actually came back and went to the Black Pig because we had to get the viral pork sandwich. And this sandwich was so good. It has pork and a coleslaw with apples and Parmesan cheese. It was absolutely delicious. We all loved it. We all ate all of it. And then to wrap everything up, we got the strawberries covered in chocolate. These were actually from the same place we got the juices, and they were amazing.